don't even really have to say anything here, because I don't need to convince you guys, I need you guys to convince me. I'm still trying to figure out why they took out 10. I don't know whether that's a frame. There was a miss. What would this team be? I mean, it would be 6 in this team regardless, wouldn't it? If 6 is in the Mafia team. I mean, fair enough, maybe that's... I don't want to say a cause. Why was 10 voted out? Not voted out. Why did the Mafia take out 10? Were they afraid that 10 would correctly read the situation? 3 left them as reddest.
10 seconds.
10 was saying I was red.
That's a foul for player number 1.
The thing is, I feel like you'd probably nominate me if you were red.
Thank you very much. We're going to go for a vote. No signals at this stage. 1 is on 2 fouls, 4 is on 2 fouls, and 7 is on 0 fouls. Now, nominations are 1 and 7 on this order, 1 and 7. Votes?
Sorry to interrupt. Just make sure all the furniture that you took out was back into the room, okay?
Well,
Thank you. Cheers.
Again, it's 1 and 7 on this order, 1 and then 7. Now the real deal. Votes for player number 1. 1 vote. Votes for player number 7. 2 votes. So decided to eliminate player number 7. And the Mafia had won this game. Dicey was Mafia with 16, and the Odon was Kirikou, player number 6. The Sheriff was player number 9. It's not an easy one. The Sheriff was 9. 9 Sheriff.
Yeah.
Dicey Mafia 16. For number 3 Mafia. And
I took myself out of it. I took myself out of it.
At some point you accused 1 even on the previous round. You said it might be 1.
I did.
But I think they...
And then they didn't nominate me in the end.
They didn't nominate you.
Yeah.
Vote you.
Vote me.
Vote you.
I mean, I mentioned it, and yeah, it's... I don't know, I mean, I felt like...
Very balanced.
8 was asking for their balance to be 7, and we can assume 8 was red. 8 was red, right? Yeah.
You're lucky that the stream is not working. Okay, we need to take a break.
Yeah,
We're going to take a 10-minute break. Mafia won at the end.
I took myself out of it, I wanted 7. As in, like, the 1 didn't nominate me, but I didn't think that 1 would execute you. I thought that was weird. Based on what? Based on what the Mafia said?
Yeah, Facebook. I asked for a check. I asked for a check on green.
You did ask for a check on green.
Yeah, of course. Maybe you try closing the...
Okay, when there was the vote between 6 and 8, everybody voted 6. So for me, and we were before speaking about voting 8, so there would be 2 sheriffs. And then everybody voted 6. So my point here is, a Mafia could vote for 8 and have a reason to do so, but nobody. No, but the thing is, nobody says so. So in my opinion, no, but
what happens in 8?
In my opinion, no Mafia did it. What I thought is how they did it.
When we voted at 8, we kind of denied ourselves the possibility of doing it. Yeah.
There is unchecked. 8 should be the last choice because
We wouldn't have asked 6 to do it.
there is a checked 4. Right. There is a 5 who I revealed.
Yeah, but
everyone agreed that
but
I
the
am
thing
sheriff.
is,
No
that's
one
the
agreed
thing.
that, guys.
When everybody agrees, why would, like a Mafia could accuse other person of being Mafia, so that way that
Because
person is
he
there
needs a
until the
black
end.
check.
No, but that's the point.
Mafia doesn't have a black check on his Mafia.
If they think that nobody's going to believe and they are going to take that as a positive note instead.
Sadness.
It's yes, but it's
Let's imagine that
it happens much more rare than unchecked person is Mafia.
I mean, the thing is, I was doubting between 1 and 8, but there was also the reason also another thing was when 6 and 8 were on the ballot, everybody voted for 6. So that made me think that maybe the Mafia thought that they had two, like maybe from the point of view of the Mafia, they had two, how do you say, 2 Mafias in the ballot, and that's why nobody voted for 8.
But why did you say so? Someone told me you said that you thought 3 and 8 could be played together though.
Because 3 had to be Mafia.
Yeah, but why 3 and 8 together then? That would make
No,
6,
because 3 said let's kill 8.
Yeah, but that would mean 6, 8 and 3 who
Yes.
will go against each other with Mafia just
No, but that is the thing. Like at the moment when 3 said that, nobody was believing 3 at all.
Yeah, but that's not the point. Do you really think that 3-6
Turn me on.
All right, I believe we are live.
Fantastic. So hello, I'm Benzi, Diffmaker, and this is Feria, Jan.
Hello everyone, this is Feria.
Yeah. Let's do a quick overview of the last game. It was a very interesting game and quite an unfortunate loss for the town. You had blacks 1, 3, and 6. 6 the Dawn. They missed first shot. You had Sheriff on 9 with a lot of checks. They had 4 red, 6 black, and then 3 black. So a lot of checks. And after they've 9 players, which revealed, 9 was killed. So there was a death version in the town that 9 is the sheriff, which she was. 1 mafia out, 1 mafia check, and it seemed like the town was on path to victory. Also, everyone thought 5 is super red, almost like a metagaming red. With the kills, they basically had to choose between 3, 7, and 8, where 8 was the black check of the Dawn. They could mistake once. So if they go 7 and 1 in any order, they. However, they decided to go for some conspiracy and vote 8 off. Was a black check of the Dawn. I'm not sure, actually. I heard some people even considering that a balance. Like not a black on black conspiracy, but like maybe 9 is not the sheriff conspiracy, which, okay, if you think it's black on black, that's fine. Hello, Morgana. But yeah. And then 1 may squeeze out a win and vote off 7. So very interesting game.
Yeah, good play on number 1 to actually convince number 4, I believe, to vote against number 7. So it was like well hidden, and I believe that they saw that for some reason the sheriff self-shoot, and I believe it's on number 5. I don't recall. I was like pushing that conspiracy theory, and they entertained that version may be too long, because then the win.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think 5 heard 6 at night, so it's probably, I think it was maybe even 10 who said that. But I don't. The stream got cut off. I will say that there was something interesting for 9. 9's last check is the most important check of the game, where if you consider 5 like completely red or not enough to be checked, and then you have 8 is a black check, right? Well, you have 1, 3, and 7, and 10. These were the people who like you want to investigate between, and 10 also 6 tried to break on 10 and vote her off in round 0 or when there was a miss. So 10 is also pretty red. So given that 1, 3, or 7, you would think that checking 3 is good. She found the black, and there's 2/3 check to black. But actually, checking 7 there is the best check, because if you check 7, then even if you go for the conspiracy of 8, well, you just vote 1 and 3. That's the only people left to vote. Nobody's gonna vote for 5. 10 was killed also, and she was more red. So, I mean, it's like you have 1, 3, and 7. These are the unknowns, and you want to find the red there. Finding, and of course, you have to check between them. So 9 did good, check in 3. She did find a black, which is good and still winning, but not enough so that sadly Town didn't win.
Yeah, interesting. I can see now the game is like getting ready. I believe this is game number 6. We saw a lot of Mafia win on this tournament. Let's hope for the mood that we see some red win. Well, what's your prediction?
Well, it's going to be very hard for the civilians to win. I think there are some game aspects which I'm not seeing that contribute to a civilian win. I think the game where it was a civilian win, it was, a game where all the stars aligned. I'm rooting for the Town. I always root for a Town win, no matter who gets civilian or Mafia. Most of the time, I'm rooting for a civilian win. Well, maybe they'll surprise me. I'll be happy to be wrong.
Yep. Well, we're going to discover that pretty soon.
What do you think?
Well, same as you, like always having like the majority of the people winning. So therefore, a red win is always more cheerful than the Mafia win. But this is a tournament, so you want to get some Mafia card and to get some Mafia win to make sure that you have a good notation for your tournament. Because if you get a bit lucky and get more black card on the tournament and you have a couple of win, well, you're going to not guarantee, but you're going to have a better chance to be on the top of the tournament and get qualified for the next phase.
Definitely. Oh, this reminds me that Morgana was actually Mafia a lot, and she was civilian when the civilians won for the first time, and then now I think was her first loss. She's probably still at the top of the table or top 3. And she definitely played good. I commended her play. She also wisely said, do not check 6, because 6 is going to counter reveal anyway, he's probably black. And had the shot to check 6 and had, let's say, 7 red, and then 3 black, or something like that, then the game would be even more easy to win. Yeah.
All right, so we are doing the night phase now.
Yeah.
See if we can spot.
Yeah. Ooh, the stream also unfrozen because it was frozen for me for a sec.
Yeah,
watch the rolls.
Yeah, let's watch the rolls. Look like some people are uploading. I'm not sure what they're starting. They don't assume yet the night position.
Mm-hmm. They're doing the applause every game. I think it's a mic test or of some sort.
Okay, I see.
Not sure.
I see. I believe that also Kiss has been sheriff twice in a row now, or twice today at least.
I'm not sure actually. I haven't followed. Did they hand out rolls yet? No. Okay, so there we go. While they're handing out the rolls, we have a black card already. Wow. Is it? It was 2. It's 2 buggy for me to see
as well. So you're dealing on number 3.
But I think one was
3 is good.
Yeah. We have the game in Dublin and the commentators from Canada and the Middle East.
Such an international
the world.
Game. 5 is good.
Yeah.
Oh, we already have the card. Okay, cool. 6 good. 7's good. Let's see if we can figure out the coordination. Oh, number 8 got on the mask entirely. Okay.
And
8
she is the sheriff.
Interesting. Okay, Morgana's good. Usually 8 and 9, they know each other pretty well. So if they find their color red together, that's going to help the town a lot. Plus they're sitting next to each other, so they could have like a good communication. And Dicey, number 10, is black again. I believe it's 3-time black now.
Yeah. Cannot catch a break.
Okay, so the done is number 6.
1, 6, and 10. So 4 from last game, who voted not for Dicey, is now black with him.
It's going to be hard to find the coordination here. I see something like could be Mahalai +2. I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, it is very stuck.
Yeah, it's too bloody. Now I have a feeling that it is like speaking.
Okay.
Right, so I started off just listening to the music, and then I was thinking, no, I need to think about how I'm going to personally improve my game. And I was already thinking about this, but like doing more Mafia Online. But then I was also thinking, is that really what I want? Yeah, but is it really what I want to do? Because then there's like other commitments that I have, of any music in particular, but also, is it really worth my time? Because there's also other things that I used to do a lot more of that I don't do anymore, and I kind of want to go back into that. So do I really want to put more time in? But at the same time, I can't keep playing the level that I am. I need to up it. So I either need to do more Mafia Online, which some people like and others not. And I don't know, I'm just going to try and play more strategically and listen to positions and try to work out the game less on these because I don't think.
Thank you. Player number 1. Player number 2, have 1 minute.
So I think that minute was actually fine. I guess that might be something you would actually think about and emotionally can't detect anything wrong. But yeah, minute once, I don't think you can never or could usually not get a strong red signal from it. Like, could you then another one? Yeah, sure. So I'm leaning slightly on red.
10 seconds left.
Manat, I don't know. I don't remember. That's player 2.
Thank you, player 2. Player 3, you have a minute.
Okay, so I am playing with 1 because what she said for me sounded genuine, like, and it's something that if she was like considering before the game, she could think more about it while it was nighttime, so it sounded genuine. I am definitively not playing with 2. There are 2 reasons. One is, yes, I mentioned like the speed for 1 sounded genuine, and 2.
Warning you next time foul.
Yeah, 2 was mentioning like other things, like I didn't like he was saying, oh, it's slightly red, but didn't explain much why. And then also like the fact
number 9 and the number 8.
the fact that at the end mentioned, oh, nice, like the way he mentioned that he didn't have any nice thoughts didn't make much sense. But in another way, like it's also that if he was Mafia, he could maybe make a better excuse. So that is the only thing that makes me not think of him being completely.
Thank you. Player number 3. Player number 4, you have 1 minute.
Wow. This is tough. For player number number one, I don't know, because we had this conversation a lot of times already about like whether you want to play online game, and like I had this exact minute, like the content of it several times already. So I'm not entirely sure whether you actually came out of it in the middle of the night. Like that's the only hesitation that I have, because like we did talk about that many times, so I'm not sure whether it's just a prepared minute or it's just your genuine thought. So if I'm not like playing with you, just like neutral-ish for now, because of the content of the minute. Playing with you is a minute that I would consider too bad that it might be good, honestly, because like it's just like you're so nonchalant about your minute, like, and if you actually like, I think you might pay a little bit like more effort, but like just the minutes I can't play with you. So I'm only taking positionally for free for now. It's just because you said most things that I want to say, but you play strongly with ones that are a little reservation.
I'm only playing with player 2. I think that thing you said about night thoughts don't matter and you can't remember them anyway is really good. I like that, so I'm playing with you. Every person that went against you is speaking nonsense, and I mean that sounded made up. The night thoughts of player number 1 sounded made up. I also like, in fairness, that 8 and 9 were laughing and not focusing on the game, so that's a really good sign for me. So I can probably say I'm playing with 8 and 9. 4, you did. I mean, I don't like that you described whose minutes so badly that it was good, but you did find it good, so that was good. It's definitely the people that actually made sense in their minute, which is 1 and 3, are definitely bad for me. I hope you can hear the sarcasm in all of my points and actually realise that the opposite is true.
10 seconds left.
So not playing with 2, playing with 1 and 3. For all the reasons remain the same, but just invert, hear the sarcasm in what I said, and that's my position.
Thank you, player 5. Player 6, you have a minute.
Oh, I hate it, but I think I am playing with 5. I decided I was playing with 3, and therefore I think probably taking 1 as well. Yeah, I thought it was fine. You can use night thoughts. Night thoughts do work. Like sometimes you catch people out talking about things but not being able to give details. But I think there were details in one speech. I thought, yeah, and maybe this is sympathy on 3 because I feel terrible about that last game as well, which never happened. 4, I can barely remember your speech. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not even colouring you that grey particularly. Maybe you're still pink, which makes 2, I don't know, slightly grey. 5, I like that you were mentioning 8 and 9 skill fits. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think maybe as Mafia you don't... I mean, I know that Mafia tend to be a bit more jovial, but I think also they pay attention, right? So I guess 1, 3 and 5, I mean...
10 seconds
yeah,
left.
1, 3 and 5 is my position, I guess.
Thank you, player 6. Player 7, you have a minute.
I think there is something broken in positions in a minute 1.
Register 1.
Because I think someone just started the mess and then everyone bought the mess. So for me, speech of 1 was not natural because it's not only the speech which mentioned 4 you heard from her, but it's just a general speech which I personally heard from many players many times. And I think this flow started late for me. So the only thing, you started from hesitation and then you kind of jumped into the flow. And yes, I agree that speech of number... So I play with 4 at the moment. And I think I play with 5. It was nonsense and I don't take your position if you say it reversed. But I don't think you're Mafia in this game. I don't know. Well, there is one Mafia for sure for me between 1 and 2. And
thank you very much. Player number 8, you have 1 minute.
I'm going to struggle not to look at 9 because 9 went and then I lost my mind, which was very unhelpful. I think that 1 is redder. I think opposite to you. I think that it's coming up from a natural thought process. I'm not a huge fan of 2. I missed 3's minute because 9 went and so 4 I thought was okay. I think 4 takes stronger positions when they're Mafia, so I'm not totally sure either way. I think a check between 1 and 7 is good because I didn't follow 7's logic, and I find 1 redder. So I think that would make sense. 6 didn't understand 5's opposite position. 5, that position's very unhelpful of the opposite because it made it really, really difficult, as was proven by 6. So I don't have to check between
number 8, number 9, about the minute.
Hi guys. Yeah, I liked 1's minute. It felt very genuine to me. I think, I don't know, there's a lot of emotions today, and I think my minute is going to be based off emotions, you know? I think 1 would be really sad if she got a Mafia card again, but you seemed fine, you seemed okay, I liked the way you spoke, it seemed genuine. I don't like 2, 3 is fine. I don't like 4's minute, because she takes the opposite position, but also 4 has I think you'd be happier if you got a red card. You looked so sad when you woke up, you were leaning on the table. I know we're all so tired, but I think you'd be elated if you got a red card, and you seemed sad. I'm suspicious of 4 and 6. 6 for the reasons that 8 highlighted. Also, I don't know how you find 5 so easily. No, how do you, I don't know what 5 did. 5 just kind of said, actually everything opposite, haha, and you're like, 5 is red. I don't know what 5 is red. 7 also says that 4 is red and doesn't like 1. These are the opposite opinions of me, so maybe check on between 7 and 6, maybe. I don't think it's so bad, but I think, yeah, I don't like 4. I think 4 might be, I'm afraid. Yeah. Ooh.
Thank you, player number 9. Player number 10, another minute.
I think player number 4 actually might be red because of the, for the sole reason that the way she reacted to when 5 started speaking, it was like a lot of, I'm sorry to say, mildly, not entirely factual, nonsense, I want to say. And 4's reaction to that was just like, what are you talking about? So I thought 4 is quite red. Anyway, 1, who do you want to split with? 5. I nominate player number 5.
Registered 5.
So 2 to 6, vote for 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, vote for 1. Everyone else, vote for 5. Okay. I didn't find much darkness between 1, 2, and 3. I thought they were all quite neutral minutes. I mean, that's why I kind of also, that's another reason why I like 4, because she couldn't differentiate much and I couldn't either. I wasn't sure about, yeah, I think for me between 5 and 7, there must be at least 1, because I don't understand how 5 can be red and 7 takes 5.
You want to go for a vote between 1 and 5? Right. So, votes for player number 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes. Thank you. And that's player number 5. That's 5 votes. So each will get 30 seconds. Player number 1, you have 30 seconds.
Yeah, so I chose 5 because that did really confuse me, you putting it up, and I don't know, and you're being jovial, and I was recognising that this whole conversation, right? In the last one you were serious, and that was like a thing, so I feel like you're just kind of playing it, and I'm a bit like not sure whether flipping it, you just spent a whole, like, anyway, other people, I think 7 I'm a bit confused by, so I'm kind of happy with the check there, to be honest, as in between us, if that's helpful for things, because I didn't really understand why you went, yeah, you're right, we had this conversation, but it's still genuinely my thoughts. I can't, like, help the thing. You want my nightfalls, that's what I think about, like, you know, is what it is. 10, not sure. I mean, 9 and 8 seem really jovial, do the thing, which makes, to me, that makes it seem kind of red, but I'm not 100% sure. And so, and then 3 and 2, you'll see 3 says play with me, 2 says not play with me, so I kind of feel like maybe there could be a decision here.
Thank you, I gave you a minute. Yeah, so I'm going to give the other one a minute and then we're going to go, okay? So you have not 30 seconds, but a minute. At plan number 5, you have a minute.
A minute. I actually, sorry, I'm aware that my position was a bit confusing there, so just to clarify, I actually think the opposite of what I said when I was saying the opposite of that. 2 is the best player on the table. I stand by what they said. I don't know. I don't know. Seems sufficiently annoyed, which is great. Maybe 1's good. Obviously 2 saw the sarcasm in that. I don't know who's a good check.
10 seconds.
Good check might be 6 or 3 or. I think that's clarified my position here.
Thank you. Player number 5. We're going to go for another vote between 1 and 5. Okay? Votes for player number 1. That's 5 votes. Thank you. Votes for player number 5. That's 5 votes. Now we're going to vote once to eliminate both players. 0 votes. Who wants to keep them? All the rest of the vote. Thank you. We're going to go into the night time. Everybody, please put your masks on.
All right, Feria. So what did we have tonight? Today.
Well, we see, as we saw a little bit before the game, we see that 8 and 9 actually did find each other, but they have a bit of a problem because they believe that 1 is red. Both of them believe 1 is red. So that's going to create some trouble later on during the game. I believe that they were able to nominate number 5. Did they broke the table on 5? I could not fully see that on the stream.
I wonder if Jake can tell us.
But nonetheless, I think the most reddest minute was actually probably number 7. They had a good minute to identify that between 1 and 2 there is a Mafia, and correctly play with 4 and 5, where a lot of people did not take 4 on opposition, and 4 even asking for a check on herself. So I wonder what the sheriff is going to do during the night. But I think the sheriff has been taking also a very big position and probably been remaining even.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to take... Oh, so looks like they didn't break on 5, but there were a lot of hands to raise 1 and 5. Not enough, maybe? I'm wondering who will be killed as well. I'm going to make a prediction that the town will get to the last 3 people. Dicey will be there and will win again. That's.
I don't know. I think T play with me too easily. It's like that he knew I'm gonna die and then he took me. It's just it's a best move. So yeah, that's my best move. So I'm not sure about play number 10. Play number 1, as I said, I find your extra 30 seconds a bit defensive, but I don't know. It's not a strong read, and I'm not a sheriff, so I don't really have a good lot of information that I can give you guys. So I think 2 is a bit better, I think, because I don't think that is a Richard. Monk black minute. 5, honestly, people are giving you chance to actually clarify your position, but you just give us absolutely nothing. So with that position, I really can't play with you. So
10 seconds left.
And the reason why I didn't put 9 in is because if she knew that I'm gonna die, she wouldn't win against me that hard. So that's the reason why I didn't put 9.
Thank you very much. Number 4. Round of applause for number 4. And now number 2. You have 1 minute starting now.
So didn't agree with Leron at all. Sorry, number 4 on. Didn't agree with Leron at all. Sorry, number 4 on at all. Obviously, if at all. Obviously, if there is an opinion, like a fact that if you go against somebody and they're burned, you can't be because that's too obvious, then the Mafia will use that and therefore it no longer becomes a thing. So that argument completely falls flat, and I agree with you. Not saying you're Mafia, but that argument doesn't hold weight. Also, 3, another reason I nominated you is, and thank you again to 2 or 1 of you for highlighting this, with your hands, which is that 6 supported me, but you've nominated me, and then said that 6 is one of your reddest players, so that's you've nominated me, and then said that 6 is one of your reddest players, so that's a problem as well.
Thank you for number 5. Thank you for number 5. Number 6 for a minute.
Yeah, the fact that you reversed your position.
5. Number 6 for a minute.
Yeah, the fact that you reversed your position might have something to do with that. I thought that you were in my position with you 3 and 1, and now it's I thought that you were in my position with you 3 and 1, and now it seems that you're oh, actually the opposite of that. It's very confusing. So yeah, I don't think I am playing E5. I'll put a nomination on 5. I nominate 5.
5 already been nominated.
Yeah.
5 already been nominated.
Yeah. Who else do I like? Oh, who don't I like? 9. What is this? I'm gonna play off 5s. I get it. We're a bit tired, but I feel like that's kind of giving you scope to do anything you like and not play positionally, and we have to play positionally, right? To try and increase our chances. I didn't like that you kind of took my position and then didn't take